Welcome to the Future Forecasters group. It's good to see all my most talented friends. I'm the least talented person on this particular podcast. So let's just go around the horn and see what some of the impressions were on this interesting target. And by the way, if last time you guys were freakishly accurate, this time you were even more freakishly accurate. So let's just start. I don't know. Let's go with Brian.
This one I felt like there's people got stuck somewhere. I don't know where, and they're on the move somewhere, and I was trying to battle with that the whole session. Yeah.
Yep, yep. Derek, you look like you're ready to go.
Yeah, I'll just throw out that saw like a statue of an eagle, like a golden eagle, and it kind of reminded me of like a Roman thing, maybe, or bronze. Could have been bronze. I mean, it was that kind of a color. But I saw it a couple of times, and it did have like I don't know. I got hints that it was like at a site where there's like ancient stuff there. I don't know if the target's ancient or not, but it seemed like it could be someplace with some serious history. Like not Nebraska, but maybe, Mediterranean or so. I don't know. Anyways.
Yep, yep. Sean.
Yeah, I got adventures, but there was betrayal, and they were looking for some sort of an artifact. I'm really curious to see where we got sent on this one.
Okay. Evan.
I got a lot of old history with like a deep story behind it. A lot of people moving and a lot of old men with beards.
Okay. All right. Who wants to go first this time? I won't just randomly cold call somebody.
Mm, I'll go, I guess.
All right. Go for it,
All
Brian.
right.
Before we go to the next one, a few commonalities that I want to call out. So there's this sense of a search for something. There's a sense of remains, kind of burials underground. There's a sense of pyramidal structures. There's a sense of betrayal. Both of you had betrayal. Sean, you had something that was interesting, and with the kind of the like stabbing. Uh, but anyway, I'll just leave those there to resonate's not the right word, but to marinate, and we'll just go to the next
Yeah,
view.
thanks, Sean. Looking forward to seeing what Derek and Evan come up with.
Yeah, you I mean, have you noticed there's like similarities this far, right?
Oh yeah.
Between the first two that you've seen. All right, let's go with Derek.
Okay, let me share screen. That was what I got.
Interesting. I noticed the eagle, the mention of Greek and Roman, and a few armies marching. Very interesting. Evan.
Okay, yeah, I definitely have some overlap in my session as well. And that was my
Man, you
session.
guys are getting all sorts of clues. Okay. Are you ready for the unveiling? All
See.
right.
Yes, sir.
Here we
Yep.
go. So you were looking at target November 5, Juliet 2 dash Charlie 6, Charlie 2. It's Cleopatra's tomb, unknown location. But you guys saw so much more. So much more. All right. So here's a few of your quotes. Brian, when you said part of an illegitimate bloodline, Cleopatra, who you clearly saw, this woman had to leave like in exile. You also talked about this illegitimate bloodline. She had a child with Julius Caesar named Caesarion. So what do you all
So,
think?
what did our S7 NXA data indicate? Did we have correlation, or do you know?
I not off the top of my head, but
Okay.
by the way, who had like two of you had that winding road, right? It wound in the exact same direction and had, I think it was Evan and Derek, right? And you're talking about people moving, troops moving. So I'm not sure exactly what that location, but it was eerily similar between the both of you.
Yeah, there was a lot of commonalities that I was picking up on. It was really cool to see that.
A lot of overlapping data for sure.
Yeah.
And
And
also,
honestly,
even the time period was you were resonating with, because if you start talking about Christianity and things like that, that was, I think she died in 30 BC, so you're, what, 30 years from before the birth of Jesus, basically. I mean,
Yeah,
roughly.
I felt like it was a little bit before that, but it ran concurrently with Christianity too, which was odd feeling. But
I
yeah,
I,
there's
I think. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
no good, good
Well,
day.
I think there could be some overlap there too, because, well, is anyone familiar with the 42 commandments of ancient Egypt?
No.
All 10 Christianity commandments are derived from the list of 42. So I'm not saying they're connected, but somebody picked like the best 10 or maybe the most important 10 and got rid of the other 32. So
Well,
there's
Israel was also contemporary at the time. I'm not sure if it was a province of Rome yet when it became Palestine, which was basically a province of Rome. But I mean, it was
yeah.
like, yeah, like the Hebrews were kind of part of this period as well.
Yeah, it's a deep study, but there's a lot of correlation between how they worshipped in ancient Egypt and where Christianity was at the time and where it went. And not talking about modern days or anything like that, but just that time period. Um, Very interesting target though.
What
It'd
else?
be
Yeah, go ahead.
well, it'd be interesting to see if we could get maybe I don't know if it would be I don't know if Jonathan's trained to do S7 Annex A analysis, but to see because the lines of azimuth you have 5 each, so you have 20 data points there that should be able to triangulate in on something. And the so that might be worth a follow-up.
Yeah,
Interesting. Go ahead,
So
Brian. You're going to say something?
no, I agree with Derek with the S7 NXA work. Yeah,
and
I'd say there's
I've always thought she was underwater in the city of Alexandria, but yeah, how would I know? Now, I mean, now that I know, because I mean that's where the Library of Alexandria was, and it
Correct.
was above ground, so the time we're viewing is probably likely going to have water features, but at this point, the whole thing is so submerged. It's not deep though, I think. I think it's between 30 and 100 feet deep there. But it goes out for a couple of miles. Like they know where the city is. It's just like, can you dive a whole city in 100 years with 1,000 divers? Probably not. Like, and what are you going to find? You're going to find surface sand and silt and sediment, and what you need is dry land to dig. So, yeah, great target though.
Yeah, absolutely. Any other comments? Any other
yeah, there was a
final
lot of
thoughts?
overlap on that one. Like at the
Yeah.
time of war, uh, Trojan horse, we kept seeing that horse. Books and documents. I'm really interested to see like if there is actually a historical record that's kept about this woman and her bloodline. I'm sure somebody knows somewhere. But the moving and searching, and I think we all kind of really felt that out in our sessions. It's just there's a lot in there, and the pyramids. I did see a pyramid too, but it was really hard to draw a pyramid, man. It was hard.
Well, the other thing that I think you saw, but it was hard for me to tell just yet, was like Sean kind of had this kind of history of expeditions, basically, right? And I
Yeah,
think Brian, you had that too. You kind of had that Indiana Jones sort
yeah,
of character. So I don't think you just all saw directly what was in the time period, but like a subsequent series of expeditions that may have followed, right? So, and that I couldn't tell where that betrayal happened, if it was on the expedition, Sean, or if it was just an echo from Julius Caesar's portrayal,
Yeah,
which
it's
forced
hard to
Cleopatra to
say.
flee.
I would venture to say it was probably the close tie to the Julius Caesar, because that's such a common reference. It's one of the strongest references to Julius Caesar today is that he was betrayed, stabbed in the back, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
All right, gentlemen, as always, an absolute pleasure. And your session was absolutely, all your sessions were absolutely spot on. So it's a pleasure watching you work.
thanks. It was a lot of fun working this one.
Yeah, this was great. And we got another one due tomorrow, so we'll tune in next week.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm anxious to see what that one is. All right. Talk to you all soon.
Watch the full debrief at ffgrv.com.